Hello, today I want to take you on a little fish tour, little tank tour going on. This is my Electric Blue Acara. These are my breeding pair. They've had 2 clutches. The first one, I have all the videos of those. Those are these babies right here. These fry are doing well. I've moved them into this tank, in this little 3-gallon. I gotta clean it. But they're doing really well. They're getting big. There we go.
Mama, I'm gone. Mama.
Yeah, the second clutch, we actually left it in there and tried to let them take care of it. Obviously, they ended up eating a lot of them, the male did. We thought maybe he was help moving them because she moves them around the tank. But then he just kept swimming around after putting them in his mouth, and I was like, all right, he's eating them. So we took out the remaining ones and put them in here. So some of them are a little tinier than others. I can't see one right now. There's a little one. Not very many in their first 2 clutches. I want to say because it was about a week after I had gotten these fish that they paired up right away. And I think she was still just a little bit young, and that's why the clutch was a small clutch. It maybe started out as 100, but only about 30 of them survived out of that first clutch. I don't think he fertilized maybe all of them either, because there were still quite a few eggs that just were sitting there. And they did it on this pothos. This is a fully submerged pothos clipping. It's been in there for 2 months. That's all the nibbling that they've been doing on it, but just got some new growth coming in. So that's promising. We'll see if this thing keeps going. You know, they're not supposed to be fully submerged. I've heard of other people being able to get them to work for about a year. So far, not bad. But yeah, I redid this whole tank. It's good. It's looking good. Everything seems to be good in there. Algae's under control. I had a huge algae bloom at the very beginning, but we've got it under control. Everything looks good. The plants look good. Just need to move some of them, clip them, and rearrange them better to kind of make it a little bit fuller. But the fry, you know, they used to be in this 20-gallon long tank, and when I first moved them in there, so when I noticed the eggs, I had no tank to put the fry in because I knew I wanted to separate them. But I had no tank to separate them in, and so I threw them in this 20-gallon one and just realized it was just too much tank. Not enough bio load in there. It was just cloudy all the time. There was nothing I could do to kind of get it to clear up. And so went out to Petco. These 3-gallon tanks, these Imaginariums, they were 50% off. They were closing, so got a good deal on them. This is just some clippings, some plants, and a little snail down there, if you can see her. She hitched a ride. She's about the size of a pinhead. We noticed her in there. It's been about 2 weeks, and she's growing quite good. But this is kind of the setup we got right now. It's a rack. It's in our kitchen. So we sacrificed a kitchen table and doing all that so that we could have a nice little fish setup. I want to get this better. I got to rearrange everything. Like I said, everything kind of got thrown together. And like I got to move all the airline piping, move that to where it's not so in the way. And then an extra 3-gallon one. Got these water pumps here. They were on sale at Petco as well. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I used to do DIY canister filters, and I'd use the water pumps for those, but I only got this one tank on a canister filter. Everything else is on these air filters. If I go to more tanks and more bigger tanks, then I need canister filters. I'll just probably DIY them, but if I'm not doing anything with them, I may do a live and, raffle these off, or because I'm not going to have any use for them. So that's this area. We got tanks in the other room. We're actually working on, this is our TV stand, and we are turning this into our corn snake enclosure. So I've started doing this. I got the whole setup of this that I'm doing on my YouTube, where it's going to go through the whole beginning part of everything we're doing for this all the way to the end, so you can stay tuned on there. See, when you have a hobby like this, you kind of get stuck into it and you just can't get out of it, and everybody in the hobby knows that it's real addictive. It went from doing Legos, as you can see there, has an expensive hobby, to back to fish tanks and snake enclosures and everything else. This is the snake enclosure that we have her in now. So she'll be going into that one. Hopefully it'll be a bit roomier for her and she'll enjoy it more. This is my wife's needle felting project. We're going to be selling these on our Etsy page. That is Crafted Layers by Smith. We got a bunch of other things, crafts that she does, so this is kind of her hobby to do. So we're going to be a little bug enclosure. My daughter wanted a little bug enclosure without the actual bug in it, so she made this. We have a terrarium here. We've just started establishing this. So we got some plants in there. Not quite sure what we're going to put in there. We got some other plants we're getting ready to put into the snake enclosure. This here is our shrimp tank. We got some cardinal tetras, some snails. We have a durian snail, a rabbit snail, mystery snail. Some cherry shrimp in here. Some more, a couple up there. Focus in there. The log kept floating, so I got it with a rock right now. We didn't have enough substrate to be able to hold it all down. And then I'm going to end up pulling it out and gluing probably a rock to the bottom of it to keep it down in there. Yeah, we have our monstera growing. We've had to reestablish this. This was a dying monstera that just was not working, but it's starting to get new growth. We got new shoots coming out. So this is everything that we got going on. I'm going to continue to update, especially the fry and how they're doing. And all the other tanks that I got and all the setups we're going to do. We're going to have a couple more tanks in our room that we're going to set up. I'm going to do full videos of those. But yeah, everything we have going on right now is what we got. Used to have a bigger space, but we're in a small condo now, so we're limited in our tank space. We're kind of putting tanks wherever we possibly can and getting rid of other space areas just to keep these things. Like I said, it's addictive, so you know you're gonna have to have them. You have to sacrifice all of your spaces, all your shelving. So we got to get rid of our cube shelving, and we're going to put a dresser in there so we can put like a 75-gallon tank in there. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on everything that's going on. Follow along on my YouTube for other videos. I'm going to be, like I said, I'm going to be updating some long form videos on there. I'm just doing the editing right now of some of the videos that I'm doing, getting those on there. The snake enclosure is going to be a full video on that once we get this all completed. So follow along, like, comment, go to YouTube, subscribe, like on there, and thanks for following me along on this tour. We'll see you in the next video.